first time I ever saw you, I fell in love when you entered the room. And when the light hit your face.
Hello, happy people. Hope your day is going great and awesome, because it is going great and awesome here for us. And for some of the newer people, just so you're aware, like, we posted a video a few videos ago talking about how YouTube has like squelched a lot of our algorithms. I don't know if they changed that with us or because of you guys sharing and commenting and liking, if that somehow has boosted it. We have a whole lot of people here that are brand new to the channel, so welcome. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. So we are the Somers family. We're a family of 5. We live in North Pole, Alaska, right in the very middle of the state. We built this house, and that's some of what we want to talk to you about today. So we built our first home in 2004, the year my wife and I were married, which was pretty awesome. And we realized that there's actually things about building homes that we really liked. So we've actually, including this one, built a total of 7 houses and a duplex over the last, 14 years or so. So building is something that's kind of fun for us, and this is like our forever home, but we have got a pretty cool, rare opportunity. Our last home that we owned before this house, we actually had friends that bought it. Like, it just recently went up for sale. They bought it. It's a really cool story behind that. I'll let my wife share that with you, but we were able to do a walk around. I think it is one of the best, most efficient, and just well laid out designs that I have seen, and I really like it. It's always stuck in the back of my head, and now we can go show you guys. So pretty cool. We do things a little bit different here in Alaska for building, as far as house building, because we have to build them super tight and insulated. So they typically, a lot of the houses here tend to lean toward more of a what's the word? Less on the pretties and maybe more on the functionality, I guess. So like, my wife tried to put a little more pretties into this home, which is not very typical for Alaska, but I think that place is a very nice balance. But we're gonna go bring you there. But again, hope your day is going awesome. And Evelyn is in the dirt in her bare feet.
I'm making dirt snowball. I'm making a dirt snowman.
Okay.
Alrighty, so the day has kind of scampered away. I've been cleaning pretty much all day. I've just been trying to catch up on all things chore related. Decrusted my table with the slats, decrusted. We are actually getting ready. Actually, another thing that I've been prepping for today. Another thing that you guys ask, hold on, I'm all over the place. Ask why I pace when I vlog, okay? You see me walking. It is not a form of anxiety. This is not anxiety driven. I do this when I'm on the phone. I do this when I'm like listening to music. If I pace, and I try to hold, and I try to stand still, and it doesn't work, but I also try to hold the camera really, really steady when I'm doing it, so you guys don't get nauseated.
Always pace.
I have a problem.
It's like when you're talking to your friends on the phone, which is, I guess, sort of like...
That's like what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So it's like I'm on the phone with you guys, and I'm like, you know, I'm a pacer. I'm not a sitter-downer, because I'm always trying to get stuff done. Anyway, don't mind the trash. I cleaned out my entire pantry. Looks pretty fantastic. Want to know what made me want to clean out my pantry? Fruit flies. I'm having a fruit fly infestation. This is, I think, the time of year that they all just kind of come about. It's rough, guys. I don't even want to show you because it's embarrassing on how many there are. Do you want me to show you? Okay. There it is. There's the fruit fly infestation. Ugh. And I don't see them like flying around my house. Like, they're not like out and about, but they're in there. So I purged everything out that was maybe partially open or just like little crumbs, vacuum, all the things. If you're wondering what this little bin is, we've got something fun this weekend, and I'll actually fill you in, guys. We are gonna go to Birch Lake. So excited. We have not gone camping all summer, so we decided to wait till like fall time to go ahead and scamper on out. We used to go there every summer. We used to do a family camp out there, and it was probably one of the biggest highlights of our summer, because we would go, we'd disconnect for about 3 to 4 days, and we would just have a blast. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna have some family out with us, so it should be fun. I'm kind of excited about it. Also, side note again, man, I'm just like, ping, 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 ping. Special guest coming in tonight. You guys probably already can guess who it is, because we've kind of been alluding to it. Make a guess in the comments. Who's it gonna be? Okay, now to the actual thing that is happening right now. Whew, geez, that was an overload. We are getting ready to head on over to our old house, not the one that you guys have seen when we were vlogging, not our first house that we've actually constructed when we first got married, but our second house that we did. We call it the greenhouse, and the story, oh my gosh, the story behind how these people ended up buying it, how we were kind of involved in that, how it's a good story. So I'm gonna fill you in on the story. We're gonna head that direction. You're gonna see this home that we built back in 2008, 2009 time frame. One of my favorite layouts for a home. It is fantastic. We're gonna talk a little bit to the owners that live there now and just ask them what they think of it. It's gonna be so weird going in there after all these years. But I was like, hey, can we come check it out since I know you? And we do, we know them, so you'll recognize them. They've been in our vlogs before. They're gonna show us around, and we're gonna go invade their house, so it should be a good time. And you guys get to see the house that we built. Babe, was it 2008?
Okay. It
2007?
Probably the end of 07 is when it was completed because Audrey was just a wee little baby.
She was so little. She was so tiny. She was the only baby that lived there. I brought the other two home in our rental house, as have seen inside that, our little 800 square foot home. We are gonna get ready to head that direction. All the kids are loaded up.
I got keys, ready to roll.
He's got keys, he's ready to load. We're ready to load. Let's go. Have I had too much caffeine today? Leave us a comment down below of any housing questions you might have. Building in Alaska, construction questions, any form of that nature, leave in the comments down below. We'll try to answer them. Because we've done this a few times. We've built quite often, and we've built all different phases of houses. So we've done spec homes, we've done rentals, we've done like little tiny houses, we've done duplexes, we've done this house, just a wide variety. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. All right, let's go. One of the houses that Mommy and Daddy built.
The only kid that is brought there was me.
Yep.
And Daddy wanted me to tell this happy people. I lived here since I was 3. Hey, why are you here?
Because they live here.
Hi,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
Welcome.
Appreciate you letting us invade.
Yes.
We have been here before, but it's been a while.
Once or twice. Like, welcome to
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, the floor is awesome.
Yeah.
And the paint, that totally changes everything. The paint is wonderful.
When was the last time you've been in here?
9 years ago?
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Okay.
So good.
Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold. Turning off the cruise control and taking on.
Okay, so Josh and Alana Duvall, they are the guys that have purchased our old home. Oh my gosh, it's so weird to actually be back in it, but they have made some improvements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So this flooring is all brand new. All their paint is brand new.
Yeah, it's weird. All the little see, we have different memories here because not only living here, like literally, I have memories of tracing out the plywood to make these arches and literally standing that wall and assembling those cabinets. Oh my goodness. All the electrical is very intense. Actually, I'll give you guys some ideas on some ways that you can make a home very custom with just some slight wiring changes. Which my wife will probably edit it out because it's like too nerdy. That's what she does.
Do you remember this house?
No,
You don't
not
remember
at all.
it
Not at all.
When you were teeny tiny?
Yeah.
She's the only one that came here. Yeah, so.
Like this size or Braxton size?
Braxton size.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember her going out on the porch and she was playing with
Well,
my
no,
phone.
she
and-
started here about this age.
When we left, she was playing Braxton size.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you want to see your room?
Yeah.
Okay. This was your room.
My room.
This one right here.
Oh my.
Say Merry Christmas.
And I used to have your crib set up here. And like a little, I think I did like a little changing table over here. And what else? Man, it seems smaller.
And you had,
I think I had some like little decorations.
You're still down the crawl space.
Yes.
And I have my blanket, are these the same? Flash?
Yeah. These are original that I think that we put in here.
Yeah, they're like
This wall was not blue. This was original carpet.
on the thing?
This was the same exact carpet that we put in.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
This is the same. This is the same carpet that we put in. Isn't it nice?
Snuck out to the garage here while they're walking around. This was the first boiler I ever did, and pretty cool. And I do HVAC controls. That's like what I do for a living. So heating, ventilation, air conditioning, that's like what I do. So when it comes to energy efficiency and building the walls tight, having a tight vapor barrier, that's super important here in Alaska. And that's the kind of stuff I nerd out about. But if you want just a real simple way to do radiant floor, because what happens is when you're walking on your floor, you don't want to have the floor temperature too hot. So what you have to do, but your boilers can't run too cold. The boilers normally can't run the same temperature as your floor. So you have to find a way to have your boiler be hot, but be able to choke your temperature down. And the easy way of doing this is like one of these Takeo units right here. So this little guy here, you send it 2 pipes, supply and return hot, and you go supply and return cold rather, or your warm temperature. So this feeds all of the radiant floor throughout. Pretty important, because if that's not set up right, you're gonna burn your feet when you're walking. So also makes it super high efficiency, and everything's about efficiency here, guys, because you can spend, I mean, there's houses that can spend $1,000 a month on heating fuel here. Let's just be honest. If you're oil fired and you don't have a real efficient home, you can spend a lot. This place is nowhere near that. It's probably closer to like $300 a month if I had to guess. I nerd out on this kind of stuff. Plus, it was my first one. Pretty cool. Really like this design. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Electrical panel. And there's my handwriting right there. Oh, my handwriting. Yep. Nice.
The first boiler you ever did?
Yep, and it's still here running, what, 10, 12 years later?
That's awesome. Did you do all the soldering on it?
I did.
Wow.
So we'll just call you when we have any issues then, right?
Yeah, you can
It's
call
my
me.
40 out.
Let me give you my new phone number.
We asked on Facebook for if anyone saw a house that was for sale to let us know. And the actual family that lived here, we knew them from church, and the daughter contacted me and she said, my parents are selling their house. And she probably was just saying it casually, but we looked into it, and then we came and looked and fell in love pretty quickly. This room was what made me feel sold on the house, and it's because, well, of course, this room's way bigger than anything we've ever had, just the bedroom part. I've never had a walk-in closet, but that wasn't what sold me. And then I've never had a master bathroom. And it has a nice jacuzzi and a shower. That wasn't what sold me. It was this room right here. I had never even heard of this before, but in the listing it said it was a nursery / office. And so I had to see it to believe it. But right now we have 2 kids. We have a 2-year-old and then a 3-month-old. So Braxton sleeps in here. And when our 3-month-old's old enough, he's gonna come in here with his crib and Braxton will go into his actual own room. And then Kingston sleeps just right there. So right now, even though we just moved to a bigger house, we're all pretty much living in this room.
One room.
Yeah.
But they're still so little, it works perfect.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And so when my thought of when I brought her here is the design of being able to either have an office or when I had another baby, but that didn't happen until a little bit later, and then we would be able to pop another baby into that room there. So it was perfect. So it was essentially, that was my thought of having that. And I just had it kind of like as a little office, so.
And it has its own window and fan. So really, I mean.
It has like an egress window.
It's pretty much its own room.
Yes. That's awesome.
It's okay.
So cute.
I don't want him to cry.
Babe, that looks really good. That looks really good on you, babe.
Really?
That
Okay.
That looks really good on you.
Gosh, nostalgia, guys. This house is really cool. And I don't know what the girls had talked about, but on that basic layout here, the thing that I really liked about it is it's 1,472 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, but it also has a walk-in closet, a office, and a laundry room. It's a ranch, no hallways, no stairwells, so that saves a lot in space. Also, just some things. This is, we built this home more as a base level home, but we added a lot of custom features to it. But here in Alaska, you have to have thicker walls. These are 6-inch walls with R21 insulation. That's kind of like the minimum for insulation that is satisfactory here to be able to keep your house warm. But one thing we spent a lot of money on is up here, there's R60. It's like 24 inches of solid insulation, which is where most of your heat goes out. So spending your money on insulation up here, having decent windows, either double or triple pane, preferably triple pane, saves a lot of energy. Radiant floor throughout, so your feet are nice and warm. So this is just, this is not a really large home, but it's a very comfortable feeling home. Like you could do a lot here with a family. So we're so excited that Josh and Lana were able to get it. And it's cool. I'm like walking around, like showing them how the house works. I learned how to frame on this house, guys. Literally this wall right here, this outside wall, I have memories of framing that wall and standing it up, like the first wall I ever framed. Houses are just built a little bit differently here in Alaska. This particular design though, I think is my favorite for like that mid-size home. I just always really enjoyed it because you kind of have this area here for, you know, your master, and this is kind of I mean, they just pretty much hang out over here, and then you have the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom with a really small hall over there, so there's not a lot of wasted space. What are you making, Braxton? What is it?
Oh, that's all he wanted.
One of the things that I remember distinctly about this house, first off, it's like this room. I think those are my same curtains. I think that is my same curtain and my rod. Oh, that's too funny. But I remember when we were designing this house is that I really, really wanted my laundry room inside. Like I had been in a house that the laundry room was in the garage, and it was just like, felt like I was mixing dirt with like clean. So bringing the laundry room inside this home was fantastic. And then being able to have that little office/nursery off the master. Probably one of our favorite designs. Like if we ever retire and we wanted like a small little home that we wanted to build, or even like another rental, this design is fantastic because it's open, it's still super functional. It's fantastic. Brings back so many memories.
There you are. Can you say hi? Hi. Got your comb? Brush your hair? Aww, you brushing your hair? Oh, you're so beautiful. Did you get a stick? Are you too? Yeah. Is today your birthday? Thank you.
He had the house under contract, right? It was sold to somebody else. And he called me because there was some questions about the foundation. There's some work he had to do, the new inspector wanted to do, and then the other people ended up backing out. So he was like, I'm trying to find a buyer. Meanwhile, what was the deal? You were at like a party with her mom, right? And then like, what was all that?
It was my baby shower.
Yes, it was at your baby shower. And your
yeah.
mom said, oh yeah, Josh and Alana were just looking at a house just this other day. And I was like, for some reason, I was like, and she goes, yeah, that's exactly what it's at. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like our old house.
You built that.
We built that house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then I heard you guys were interested in it, but you said it was like under contract. And then
Have you looked at it yet?
Negotiating right now with it, so it's kind of sold.
yeah.
And they were like, okay, let's just let it go then.
Yeah.
And like a week or two later, I think you called me
Right.
afterwards.
Yeah, because the other owner, he was freaking out because he's like, I've already put in an offer, and now this on another house, and this house is now like I have tight timelines. I'm like, Keith, you're telling me that house is available. What if I could tell you I could make a phone call and make that house not be available?
That's crazy.
So, and he's like, what? What? And then you guys are trying to sell your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they're like, Josh, dude, so this is going on, just so you know, because they were kind of in limbo, so you had, so that was really cool.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. It worked, it was one of those deals where everyone wins, because you guys were like, I really wanted this house. He really wanted to sell it.
Yeah.
His buyer backed out, so at least you guys knew you could put an offer, so that's just cool.
He loved his house so much, so it was very special to him to have a
And hand it over
family
to
come in
us and
that was going to love it too.
allow us to take care of it.
Well, appreciate the tour of your house. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
We'll see ya.
I know. Alrighty, so we made it back. So nice of Josh and Alana to let us come into their home, film their home, show you guys around our old home. It was so neat to be able to go in there and just all those memories of building that home, all the memories of bringing Audrey there and like allowing her to grow up a little bit there. She was probably around 2 or so, I think, when we left. So she was just really tiny. So just super nice of them to let us come into their house and film. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome. As home builders, we're always like going into new places and be like, ooh, I really like this, or ooh, I wonder if they would have done this, that this might have been better, or just like, you know, just when you've done home design, you kind of look at things a little bit differently. So let me know. I'd be curious to see what design features you guys enjoy about your home or other homes you've seen, or even the homes that we've built. If there's anything that you see that you liked, or even in the house that we went in tonight. So I'm actually going to head to the airport here in just a little bit. I'm going to go to my mom's. I'm going to meet her. Then we're going to drive into the airport. I'm excited. We're going to go pick up the special guest from the airport, and we'll probably see you guys Saturday. We're going to vlog Saturday because, like I said, we're going to be going out to the lake. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It's really been helping, guys. Thank you so much for all your sharing and your liking and everything. We are starting to see a boost in people being able to find our channel. So that's so exciting. That's awesome, because for a long time we were like really stalled, and all of a sudden we saw this momentum pick up. So you guys are killing it. So thank you. Let's go ahead and close out this vlog, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
But I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like